as a means to deal with Rogue's comp.
Ding, 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 locked in. So one of the big gaping holes from G2's composition is finalized on the last pick with that Sion. Volibear in the jungle, do we like it? Do we dislike it? It came very early in the draft, and jungle picks, and in particular Jankos' performance, is something that we're going to have a close eye on.
Look, I think against a lot of trades early on, Finn relatively low on mana and Inspired not pathing towards the top side of the map. Level 3 comes through for Finn, but G2 want to make the play.
All right, let's take a look here as Jankos is going to make his way forward. Gets the damage down, applies a red buff as well, and I don't think Wunder was anywhere nearby. Decimating Smash may have been all that was needed, but Wunder couldn't get past it.
But I'm going to make sure I don't miss any CS.
And let's have a look at what's happening on the minimap right now. Wrong one. I want to bring up this one. Notice that Inspired immediately went back to base, and now his plan is to pass straight through the bot side and actually go towards the bot scuttle. His bot lane actually
respawn of Jankos' Krug camp, or sorry, his Grump camp rather, with pressure put down towards mid, especially with bot lane also pushing. Here he is.
Coming in here from Larssen onto Caps. Side steps away, devastating charge comes up. The rampage back was beautifully done from Inspired.
Oh, beautiful, just the mechanics.
Up in that top lane. And now we see Jankos making his way into Rogue's jungle. We'll take that blast cone over the wall and hunt summon Vander. A little bit of threat here. Will they get caught out by the dazzle? Vander flashes away. Can still jump to hunt summon a moment or two. And there will be the summoner spell secured as Inspired will get himself another gank up in the top lane. No ultimate available. Wunder will be able to just pop that shield and get away safely. He holds onto his flash as well.
So both junglers just making cross map. Jankos could look to secure himself the Drake right now, but his bot lane wants to reset. He actually has his eyes set on the mid lane. Note that Larssen is level 6. Here comes the stun.
A lot of damage coming out and Unleash Power as well. Not going to be enough just yet. Larssen now decides to turn back around to Jankos. Help coming from Inspired. Larssen manages to even push back into the lane. Inspired still lingering if he can find another target.
So while that wasn't a successful gank, Jankos is still going to be happy. Flash gets burnt from Larssen, ultimate's also gone. Will lose the topside Scuttle Crab, so another advantage game for Inspired. And they might actually look for a re-engage, and Inspired just hit level 6.
Yeah, Inspired has level 6. He also has the movement speed of having that Scuttle Crab shrine right there. So Inspired on the flank. Will they go for Jankos?
Oh, tower dive coming in here. Not even going to get a shot off. Jankos will just get chunked down, but not enough just yet. Larssen manages to go in. The Shroud is now timed out in the Dark Sphere. Put so much damage onto Caps. Rampages from Inspired, not going to be enough. Trade of 1 for 1.
A lot of really cool mechanics there initially. Some vision will come out from G2. They will be able to spot this one out. Wunder has priority in the top lane, but it's too low. There's not enough time. Inspired are going to lock that one down.
And I wonder if G2 do move.
Go fishing, but don't find anything.
And the problem is, while we're talking about G2's teleports just coming up, well, Larssen has his, Finn has his, Finn has the ultimate on top of it. And if Inspired's down there, they're not going to be able to make that play. But Mickey, his team just recalled.
He absolutely did. Now he's caught out. We'll be able to get the Cosmic Radiance down there by some time, as now Jankos is going to be under some pressure. Onslaught of Shadows with a Rampage gets Inspired. Another kill for Rogue. They continue to put pressure down onto Jankos. The TP completes. Caps and Wunder arrive, but it's all Rogue all day. Inspired goes down. Larssen's going underneath the tower, looking for the kill. The Shuriken misses its target. Hunsummer flashes forward, gets stunned under the tower. It's going so wrong for Rogue. They had everything in their sights and they couldn't find the final hits.
And once again, Larsen's Akali fumbles the execution. He should have had 2 clean kills there, and he doesn't get either one. Ends up being a 1 for 1 overall, but because he misses that E, he's not able to do either one of those things, and both those kills walk away with just a tiny bit of health left. Debatable if he should have gone the Essence Reaver. Usually against slightly squishier targets, it's better to just get that flat damage. Either way, he's going to have that extra bit of movement speed that you get from the active, and so he is kind of that late game insurance that you're looking at for G2.
I need to see if they can get him into a powerful position as the Rift Herald there gets pushed into the mid lane, gets a couple of plates.
With the carries and going for engages that can be followed up upon, and they're not getting left out to dry.
Now, a pretty cool thing just happened on screen, which we often talk about here in the LEC. Set themselves a Rift Herald, and off the back of this, they can look for a mid tower, they can look for a bot tower play if they want, but the moment they take this objective, that momentum's going to swing in Rogue's favor, because they're now getting onto the map, and they're going to look to try and challenge.
And without the momentum, G2 wouldn't have been able to do Herald, because like they were on vision, right? But Rogue realized because G2 were back on the map so much sooner that they do have to give up that play. Now G2 looping around on Finn, they want to shut him down.
He is in some trouble. Flash is still available to him. He throws that one down. Stormbringer comes out from Jankos, and the Oranges will not make it okay for Finn. A lot of tower damage coming out, and not going to be able to pick up the kill there with the Dawning Shadow. from Hansama, so they get a clean kill and get out.
Yeah, very nice
situation. You'll already notice, if I bring up the minimap once again, all of G2 now grouping up into the mid lane, doing very similarly to what we were talking about.
Yeah, and Finn gonna be a little late here to get here. Larssen as well. And what this means is Caps goes for the flash, does not connect, now inspired.
Oh, here comes the onslaught of shadows. That's a lot of damage onto Caps, but they won't find the kill just yet. That's a fantastic Taric ultimate, keeping G2 alive. The Rift Herald takes the tower out as well, and now Rogue are left a man down and a tower down. Larssen tries to get some damage onto Jankos, cannot connect the skill shots, and G2 get the tower.
Larssen
is looking for the re-engage. He's trying to jump onto Perkz. Fantastic stun from Caps. Retreat from Larssen, and there's simply not enough follow-up. That's a flash forward from Wunder. He will not find anyone with that decimating smash. And G2 win the fight, get the tower, and fall back to Dragon.
Inspired and Larssen going so hard to force that play, but G2 catch it and immediately shut them down. You know, the ultimate did get down from Mykix, which allowed Caps to stay alive, and that was so crucial, because once that comes through, all of Rogue have to back out, and Inspired spent everything getting into the fight to get this thing done.
Yeah, initially, I think a lot of question mark pings were coming out as Caps flashed in, trying to get that execute, and when we get the replay...
You make one mistake with Rogue's composition, and you are not coming back.
Of course, while Vedius was explaining the pushing power and the setup with tempo, we can see how strong the G2 vision was in the mid lane. Right now, this is the coordinated assault from Inspired and the rest of Rogue. They'll get the Cosmic Radiance out.
Uh-oh.
Now they continued engage. The unstoppable onslaught coming down. Wunder will pull that one short. Teleport was committed from Larssen for the play.
I'm going to bring up the minimap for you, and Ender and I are going to talk about this, because what G2 have done is deny a lot of vision. Thank you for showcasing this, observers, and they're looking for a pick. So Rogue is trying to wrestle the way back, and they're looking for a fight.
Don't get a chance, though, as now Caps has been jumped on. This time around, the exhaust will stop. The Unleashed Power will be able to pick up the kill onto Inspired. Mykix running for his life. Larssen cannot find the target just yet. And the Cosmic Radiance is still available. Hansama insta-cleanse, flash available to him, but he's not going to be able to use it. He gets shut down, and Wunder arrives. That flash from Caps over the wall got him to safety.
And G2 may just peel off towards the Baron here. I mean, you got the jungler Wunder stepping into enemy territory. Finn and Larssen both here. Oh, Larssen failed to hop over the wall.
Well, Wunder's going to try and just walk out. Yeah, Finn not going to be able to do too much. Vander now stepping forward. Going to try and challenge inside the pit, but there's no smite available to them. No cannon barrage either. 3 players, powder keg, steal. Might be an option.
They still have Cosmic Radiance.
It's got the ultimate available to him. Vander takes so much damage from the burst there of G2, and Wunder's just trying to zone them away. Larssen tagged by the volley. Is he going to look to go in? He goes inside the pit, trying to find the damage. He's not going to be able to find it. The Baron is secured by G2. It's picked up by Jankos. The kill there onto Vander as now Finn is running for his life. Gets so much damage in reply, but Larssen is blown up where he stands. G2 with a gigantic play into the Baron, and it looks like they're going to find themselves Finn as well.
Yeah, there is nowhere for Finn to go. Cap's going to come on in here to finish it off. G2 in a commanding lead off of that play. They dive Finn out, and they're not even going to lose the mountain play off the back of Caps.
And because of that, the fight still went in G2's favor.
It was so odd. There were so many opportunities to call off the play, and once again, they are squaring up against G2, but the zoning is excellent here. G2 will get their 3rd Drake of the game, and the arrow comes through.
Another fantastic stun coming out. Inspired jumps in alone, but he doesn't have Larssen with him because Larssen is currently dueling with Wunder. He's going to dash through once again and continues to retreat. But that is fantastic from Caps, and G2 landing every single thing as Rogue are melting underneath the tower. G2 are going to keep pushing through Baron Pod minions.
I don't know when G2 are going to stop, because that was just an obliteration down there in the bottom lane. They have the minions to work with. Rogue will not be able to defend their bottom lane inhibitor. G2 struck, and they struck hard.
And just like that, Claps is suddenly online. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. His Syndra coming up clutch once again. The G2 squad definitely looking more in form here in Game 2.
The composition and how it's working together is just fantastic. Mykix had some game.
And Endo was talking about it as well. There's no front line from G2's comp in Game 1, but now with Wunder on Sion, he's just this giant meat shield that just keeps getting in the way, and he keeps creating chaos on the back line that whenever Rogue tries to commit to these dives, it's not as easy as it was in Game 1. So now with the Baron buff just wearing off, G2 might have to look to buy a little bit more time, look to reset, but they have the right set on the top tier 2.
Yeah, and they also in 3 minutes, it's going to be a Dragon Soul, the mountain for them, which, I mean, you got 2 tanks, 3 tanks. Could not get any better than that for them. Rogue are gonna have to try to wave clear, but their wave clear tools aren't even that excellent, right? It's a Senna, it's an Akali, really just Gangplank barrels to try and cut through that, and G2, they're strong enough that they can tank tower shots.
I'm just waiting for Rogue to engage. I'm just waiting for Inspired and Larssen. Look at them waiting in the wings. There's a lot of damage there onto Caps. The opportunity is up. Cosmic Radiance will come down and keep all of G2 alive. They simply cannot follow up. Larssen is waiting to go in. Cannon Barrage comes down. Only Wunder is available to them. They're hitting, but it's not going to matter. The damage dealers from G2 are still so safe in the back line. Larssen cannot get past tank number 2, Jankos. Finally, Wunder goes down, but Larssen is shut down by G2. The beefy front line for G2 is working.
And this whole time, there's still super minions in the base. Rogue have not been called back to deal with them, so G2 re-engage onto the tower. The second inhibitor tower that is going to drop G2 well into the base.
Look at the heals from Mickey! Caps is almost full health again, like he's just hitting onto everyone, and it's just so much utility that's being provided from this Taric support. We understand why it was banned in game 1, and I think you have to take it off of Mickey's hands because he's just too damn good at this champion.
No doubt about it. 0-1-10 out of his team's 12 kills. Taking a look at Caps on that Syndra as well, 5-1-4, extremely pivotal. Mountain Soul in a minute and a half. They've got double supers, and they start making their way into the base, and it's just up to G2 how they want to try play this out.
Poor Vander.
Vander's just trying to get some information. He'll get taken out.
Yes, he will.
Yep.
You have everything inside of Rogue's base except for the Nexus.
I mean, we started this game saying the mid-jungle duo is going to be so pivotal. Inspire and Larssen had a great laning phase, but they haven't been able to dive together. Look, again, Inspire goes onto the backline, gets the Fiat, but the rest of G2 are destroying Rogue's backline. Hansama is dead, a Nexus turret is down, Vander falls as well, and G2 in under 30 minutes look to kill 4 members of Rogue. With so many super minions in the base, they'll even turn to hunt down Larssen before they look to finish out the game. G2 even the series 1-1. We got a series on our hands. The thing that I love about both of the games, there has been a conscientious effort to tower dive, to fight, to force errors from your opponent. And on both sides of the rift, they're willing to play this style.
I will say that what we're seeing in the early game is, I think, a much stronger performance from Inspired and Larssen when it comes to 2v2 laning and within the first 10 to 15 minutes. However, I think one of the bigger differences we're seeing later on into the game